So I remember the first time I walked into a music store looking for an amp. I tried out a bunch of different things and tried out a bunch of solid state stuff, and then I ended up at this I wanted a little practice amp just for my college dorm room, and I ended up finding this, I think it's the AC4 TV. It's like a little tube amp, and I plugged in. I just love the way it sounded at the time. It was just it kind of broke up the way I liked it, and I thought it was incredible how loud it got for such like a small amp. So I ended up taking it home. It was like kind of an impulse buy at the time, but I used that amp for probably like 6 years, and recently I think I had to like change out some tubes and I didn't get a chance, so I ended up replacing it with a different VOX amp, but that thing lasted me so long. A lot of my Instagram videos, people always ask what's my recording setup for stuff, but it's just me putting my phone microphone like on top of, I use an AC10 right now at home, and I just put the phone on top of the amp and it sounds so great. Like there's so much clarity and it's nice and warm. The tour's been going awesome. Every single time I go out to play, I always request that I can either backline an AC30 or borrow one, rent one. So this time in the UK, rented this AC30 and it's awesome. It's been doing the job every night. Yeah, I guess I always get kind of anxious touring abroad because I'm like, oh, I hope they have the gear that I'm used to, because back at home I carry around this big AC30 to gigs and stuff when I'm in the States. So it's really nice that I'm able to borrow one and just kind of have the sound and the settings that I'm used to. The way I approach songwriting and the way I view my set, it's a very textural thing. Like I usually start with a clean tone bass, and then I have certain pedals that kind of drive the sound a bit more if I want it crunchy, or the pickups that I have are pretty sensitive and dynamic, which I really need for my kind of playing. I want to be able to dig in and kind of get that breakup with this amp, and if I play lightly, I want it to be like super clean, and I find that VOX amps really respond well to that, and that clarity and that clean tone is a really great bed for all these effects I use. Like I use a ton of delay, a ton of reverb, a ton of modulation, some chorus, and it's great. I would say that these amps help me kind of have tone with character. Like I said, I don't want it to just be very sterile and flat. Like I like stuff where it's like, if I like play really softly, it's clean, but still really responsive. But if I dig in, it gets all like kind of crunchy and distorted. I really love that, and I find that playing with tube amps in particular, like I can get that nice response. But sometimes I'll get feedback from my pedals, like actually this specific pedal right here, it's like a reverb and then there's a sustain for it. So sometimes when I hit the sustain, the way that it interacts with the amp is really cool. Same with this chorus vibrato that I have, like some really unexpected sounds come out, and it's different every night, and I love that. You can't like emulate that with something digital. Like I think that's something that magical character comes out just because of the nature of the way you play and the way you like, I guess, the sensitivity of your pickups and how it reacts with tubes in the amp.